All right, this is stage 2 of installing and sighting in the Light-Stryke laser sight. This is what I do. After I get it all on the bow, just like I did, I come out here and this is where I'm going to do my initial sight in. First thing I want to show you is the adjustments. This right here is your course adjustment for your elevation up and down. This down here is your course adjustment for your windage right and left. All I do here is I don't even put an arrow in the bow when I do this. All I do is I draw back my bow, I point, and I put that dot, and I see where it is, and I kind of got to adjust it down and to the right. All you want to do is just get it close. So we're going to do that real quick here. You just basically want to bring it down and to the right. You want it to basically point kind of where you're pointing. And don't move it much. If you move it much, it's going to move a lot. Okay, now I'm fairly close. I can deal with that. Now I'm going to do the fine tuning. The secret to fine tuning the Light-Stryke is this little set screw on the top and this little set screw on the side of your laser sight. Real quick here, a lot of people ask me how durable this sight is. Look at my sight. I've had this thing for 2 years. It's changed colors. The only thing I ever did is I snapped off the mounting bracket and I had to put a new one of them on there, and that was kind of my own fault. I dropped the bow in the bottom of the boat. The other thing is I have the new touchpad trigger system. But otherwise, this is the same laser sight. I mean, I've had it so long it's even changed colors, so they're pretty durable. But now, back to sighting in, like I said. Now when you do this, in order to raise the arrow up, if you're shooting low and you want to raise the arrow up, you go to the top one and you got to turn it to the right. Now, in order to take the arrow and make it go to the right, you come to the side, and you'd think you would just have to turn it right, but it's not. It's the opposite. You'll have to turn it left to make the arrow go right. So if you want to go up, you turn it to the right on the top. If you want to go down, you turn it to the left. If you want to go to the right, you turn it to the left. And if you want to go to the left, you turn it to the right on the side. Simple as that. So now we're going to do the fine tuning. And this adjustment and the fine tuning actually will give you a couple of feet. So if you get it fairly close where you're pointing and that laser's right there, that's all you got to do with that major adjustment. Tighten that thing down, get it ready, and then come in here and we're going to use the fine tuning. Okay, so we're shooting low and to the right. So we want to go to the left. So we're going to come in here and we're going to turn this to the right. Actually, we got to go quite a bit. So I'm going to go a half a turn. And now I want to come up. So I'm going to go to the right, a half a turn. When you guys shoot these arrows into your foam block, make sure you got a tip with no barbs. Otherwise, you're going to have a time getting it out. Otherwise, you can do this shooting like off of your deck onto the ground or something like that. But if you don't want to take the barbs off. All right, we've slowly got to bring it up some more. So we're going to go more to the right. I'm going to go another half a turn. And I got to go to the left. So in order to go to the left, we got to go opposite, which is the right. So we're going to turn it to the right. And I'm going to go probably 2/3 of a turn. Let's see where that gets us. After you learn how to do this, man, you can just do this really lickety-split. I do it every single time I go out when I get on the water. Doesn't get much better than that. I'd say we got her sighted dead on in. You want to take a look at that? Shooting at that little balloon. So I would say that I'm going to live with that for now. Now, the next step is to go out on the water. And now this is the real critical. You're close, but you're not perfect. So when you get out on the water, you're going to want to take a soda bottle or something that you're going to shoot at. And let's just say your average shot of the night is going to be 5 yards out in 1.5 feet of water. You want to take that jug, put it out there about 5 yards, put it down in 1.5 feet of water, sight it in. Let's say a couple nights later you go out to a new spot and you're going to be shooting 3 yards out, but you're going to be shooting in 4 feet of water. Do the same thing. Put the jug in 4 feet of water, 3 yards out, fine tune it with the top and the side, and you're ready to go. Remember, a laser shoots straight until it hits water, then it bends, but it still actually bends and then it's straight. An arrow goes like this. So there's really only one exact point where it's going to hit perfect, you know, in a general area within a couple of yards. So that's what we're looking for, is your average shot. So we're going to let it get a little bit darker. We're going to get our soda jug. We're going to go out. We're going to show you how to finish this thing off so you're ready to rock and roll. All right. Now we're going to do the last step of sighting in the Light-Stryke laser sight. And this is the one where we're going to do it out here in the water. All you need for this is you need the little Allen wrench that's going to adjust them 2 little set screws, the one on the top and the one on the side. That's all you're going to need. After this, that's only Allen wrenches you need to keep in your pocket or in your boat or wherever. And then every night when you go out, you can just sink a jug, test, or you can shoot at a rock or whatever, and make sure you're sighted in, you're ready to go. For our substitute fish, we got just a Gatorade bottle. Put some duct tape on it so it'll kind of shine a little bit. And we're going to sink that baby out there. In about 2 foot of water, 1.5 feet, about 3-4 foot out. That's going to be about my average shot. All right, that one hit a little bit high and a little bit to the right. So we're going to take another shot, see how it goes. And again, high and to the right. So if we wanted to move our arrow up before, we had to go to the right. Now we want to move our arrow down, so we're going to go to the left. That's on the top one. So we're going to go about 1/4 of a turn to the left, and we're shooting high, or we're shooting to the right, and so we want to go to the left, so we have to turn it to the right. It's opposite on the side one. So we're going to give that one probably about 1/4 of a turn. And we'll see where we're at. Still just a little bit high and a little bit to the right. So again, we're going to go on the top one, we're going to go to the left to move it down. And then on the side one, we're going to turn it to the right so the arrow will move to the left. And hopefully we should be pretty much on the money. Still just a little bit high. Let's bring it down some more. It's pretty much on right and left. Hopefully I didn't move it too far down that time. I moved it quite a bit. Oh, just right at the very top of it. So again, top one to the left. And this time we should be good to go. All right. There it is. Kind of came off. Well, now we got that orange cap to shoot at. We'll really get her totally fine-tuned. I'm going to go just a hair. I hit just a hair to the right, so I'm going to go a hair to the left. I mean, that would have all been a dead carp, so go down just a little bit more. all would have been a dead carp. And there it is. So, we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. We're gonna give her one more test shot. Actually, we're gonna see how good of a group we can make here. Brought a couple extra arrows with us. So, shoot a couple extra of these arrows and see what we can do. Them two arrows are almost touching. In fact, they are touching. I would say that pretty much speaks for itself. That's it. That's all you got to do. Just remember, the whole secret to this deal is this little screw on the top and the little screw on the side. That's for fine tuning. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arrows there that'll cover with a quarter. So you should have no problem hitting a carp. That's it, man.